you.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I have to play this soundbite because this morning I'm dropping the kids off at school and we have a few minutes before the bell rings and we're just sitting in the car chit-chatting. And my son just randomly brings up, he's like, "Dad, uh, do you think in the next Super Bowl there's going to be another streaker?" I was like, "Yeah, probably." I mean, it seems like every big sporting event like that, there's always somebody that rips off their clothes, at least their shirt or whatever, and run on a field or whatever. And they're just like, "Ah, that's funny." I was like, your grandpa Jack, my dad, apparently did that several times when he finished up his college degree at Syracuse University. He would just they're like, "What?" Yeah, apparently if there was an event, he or just I don't know, he would just take off his clothes and run through run through the area. I don't know. I don't know. At what point in your life do you think that that's a good idea to go streaking? Have any of you listening witnessed with your own eyes a streaker or have you done it? I never seen it. Hope to God I never witness it. And I sure as hell ain't gonna do it. I'll be like, it's cold. I swear to God. Duff, it's like 103 outside. Shut up! Shut up! Don't look at me. You're the one that took off your own clothes, dummy. Anyway. It was just such a random thing, and it is funny how people think that that's a good idea. I just I don't understand how that became a thing. Streaking. We're going streaking. Going through the quad. Hey, is there more people coming? Snoop a loop. That's all right. Old school. Um, it would be funny to be there in a sense. It would be there funny to be in a situation where nobody knew what streaking was, and all of a sudden you see some random because it's a guy, dude. And then my daughter, she's all, "Do ladies streak?" I was like, "That's a good question. I don't know. I don't want to Google it because then I feel like a pervert." Okay, I'm not gonna show my kids like, "Hold on, guys, let me Google female streakers." No, I'm not gonna do that. I just said I assume it's mostly guys because guys are gross and dumb, right? You gotta let me know. Comment on this. Have you ever seen it? Have you done it? Or do you know somebody that did it a lot? It's I don't know. I just don't got the body for it. Okay, let's be honest. I don't. No. Ugh. Some guy out there with a big old hammer hanging from between his legs, knocking things over. Or sorry. It's gross. Guys, let's get back on track. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. A fantastic show coming your way. I swear on everything. We got bizarre festivals in Colorado this weekend that I wish I would have known about prior to today. I could have made plans. Maybe you're heading out to these things. We'll get into that. Amazon drones are pissing off customers, and I don't blame the customers on this. New York City has a major urine problem. It's disgusting and so nasty. Coked up salmon of Sweden? That sounds like that could be a movie, but it's actually a real thing. And pilots apparently are teaching sex ed with their planes. I'll explain. I will. If you could interact with the show, leave a comment, leave a like, whatever you want. You could just leave an emoji if you have the ability, whatever platform you're on, to leave a comment. That's great. Give it a review if you're able to do that, especially on Apple, stuff like all that good stuff. But whatever, if you can interact, it does help the show to be dispersed out to a wider audience. So it helps dip into the algorithm of dispersion. So if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. It sounded like I knew what I was talking about there. The algorithm of dispersion. I just made that up. Could you tell? Yeah, Duff, we could. We could. Oh my God. Hey, try not to pretend to be smart anymore, okay? You stupid. Anyway, guys, let's do this. Let's jump into the headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This is hilarious. We just teased it. You know, these Finnish Air Force cadets are in trouble, and I'll explain why. And before I explain why, I actually kind of respect what the heck they did. They're in trouble, these cadets, because they were on a training flight and they were using their flight patterns to create the shapes of quote unquote male genitalia. I think that's impressive. I see cyclists do this all the time, or joggers or runners. They'll post their screenshot of the path that they just traveled. And I'm like, holy crap. You know, a cyclist just goes like 70 miles or whatever on the weekend. And they're like, by the way, I made a dick shape. I'm like, that's, first of all, impressive to ride as much as you guys can. And then two, you not only did that, you made it look like a cock. that bravo. And the same thing that goes for these pilots. And I don't see what the big deal is. They're being reprimanded for that. If anything, you're like, wow, how did you bank so hard to really give definition to those testicles? Well, sir, it's years of training that I really wanted to show these young cadets. They're like, whoa, wow. Way to go, Maverick. Is that where Maverick's at now? He's teaching cadets in Finland to, draw schlongs with their flight data. Now, here's what's crazy. We actually have audio from eyewitnesses that saw the situation, and it's pretty intense.
Hot salty nuts! Who wants some? Lord almighty!
That looks just like my husband's.
One-eyed monster. Step right up and see the one-eyed monster.
Hey, what's that? It looks like a big...
Woody! Woody Harrelson? Can I have your autograph?
Sure, no problem. Oh, my Lord. Look at that thing.
So big.
I've seen bigger. That's
Just a little prick.
Just a little prick. I love that. That's so funny. Did you know when Austin Powers... I haven't seen the Austin Powers movies in forever. I want to say there's like 4 different versions of that. You know, there's the radar. Sir, it looks like a giant Johnson or Becker, whatever. And then in the next movie that I think this is from the second movie, that one I just played. But then there's one with breasts and stuff like that. It's so stupid but funny. I want to go back and watch the Austin Powers movies. Are they still funny? Because I thought they were hilarious when they came out. But is it going to be like some of the older like 80s movies where I'm like, this is not as funny as I thought? Selma Hayek's in the first one, so I definitely want to watch that one at the very least. At the very least. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by Selma Hayek. Is this these guys making, schlong designs with their flight data? Is that enough to get them removed from the military? I wouldn't imagine. We always talk about this. Like, what a horrible way to lose your job. Imagine getting kicked out of the military because you're a great pilot, but damn it, you just couldn't stop making dicks with your flight data. Oh. That's one that you how would you tell that to your significant other? Why are you home so early? Well, I'm on suspension. What'd you do? Did you fight somebody? Did you back talk? No. What is it then? I drew a cock with my flight data. God damn it, again. I was thinking of that. You do that one more time, you're going to be flying a cargo ship or a cargo plane full of dog shit, rubber dog shit to Hong Kong. I fucked that up, but you get the idea. God damn it, Maverick. Your body's writing cash that you just can't. I don't know all the quotes. You know the idea. Your body's right. I don't know. I was going to be like something about cashing checks that you can't cash. I don't know. Who writes checks anymore, okay? That line's not relevant. Anyway, smooth as butter, okay? Smooth as butter. Scotty, have you been eating some salmon from Sweden? Why? Oh, no. Shut up, Connery. I'm just saying, you just went way off the rails right there. And there's nobody to blame, okay? A lot of times you like to point the finger at me for derailing the show. But no, this is you. I get it. I get it. I screwed up. Kind of to Connery's point, cocaine pollution in Sweden is causing some problems. They say pollution in Swedish rivers and lakes may disrupt behavior of salmon, according to a study. Wait a minute. So if I travel to Sweden, shoot, hold on. Let me make a note. Note to self, when going to Sweden, don't smoke the salmon. Don't smoke the salmon, because otherwise you're going to get the jitters. Man, this salmon's giving me the jitters. Woo! I want to run through a brick wall. That salmon's delicious. Woo! Woo! If it was THC, nobody would care. Actually, no, not true. Not true. Because if it was THC, which is the ingredient in marijuana that's going to get you high, right? So I've heard. The fish are going to be so stoned to swim, the entire population is just going to be sitting there looking at each other and be like, whoop. You know, they just open their mouth, whoop, 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 and then next thing you know, they're dead.
It's science.
It is science. I know things.
It's science.
You don't believe me. You don't believe me that could happen. Fine. Let's talk to Neil. Neil, if a bunch of salmon ingested THC, would they just all die off in like a week?
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Neil deGrasse Tyson? You didn't answer the question.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Okay, my mistake. You did sum it up. Way to go. Thank you so much, Neil. That would be terrible, though. Like if you're like, oh man, I love salmon. My father-in-law, Tim, does amazing salmon. Like he has a Traeger, but before that he would do it like old school smoking of salmon. So now he cheats, but it's still delicious. Still delicious. And hey, Tim, anytime you want to invite us over for smoked salmon, we're all in. We're all in. But he does such a good job with it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Real quick, side note. When I was dating my wife, I was working. Wait, was this? I don't remember. We weren't married quite yet. I think we were engaged. And I went over to her house. And at the time, I was going to broadcasting school. I had an internship and I was working at a restaurant. Hindsight, I don't know how I did it as far as time goes. But I remember I was just physically exhausted and I was so freaking hungry. And he smoked some salmon and he went to Costco and they got 2 giant fillets of salmon, Costco size, right? And he smoked it all day. It was beautiful, a beautiful flavor. And I remember they're like, eat as much as you want, Scott, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there and I didn't realize it. I ate an entire whole giant thing of salmon myself. And they're just all sitting there looking at me like, let him go. Let him go. Is that not the ultimate compliment to somebody that cooks a meal? That whoever's consuming it just can't stop eating it. If I could have licked the plate, I probably would have. I probably snapped out of my obsession moment with the salmon and realized, oh, everybody's staring at me, because they all were staring at me. They're like, just whoa, whoa. It was good. So yeah, that's my claim to fame in the family. If you ever bring it up to them, they're like, so Scott ate a whole thing of salmon? They're like, yeah, whoa. It was disgusting. We almost told her to walk away right then and there. But then I thought about it and I was like, holy shit, that's impressive. It's crazy. Anyway, but it would be terrible, like if you were eating like salmon in Sweden and then you're all coked out. That'd be terrible. Good luck explaining that to your future job, why you failed your drug test. I was in Switzerland. I swear to God, ate a whole bunch of salmon. Yeah, don't believe you. Don't believe you. If you go to New York City, they got a major problem. Apparently, in New York City, they're seeing from last April of 2025 to this April 2026. That's a year for all you people wondering how I did that. I know. I'm pretty good at math. I am.
You're incredible at math.
Thank you. Anyway, they're seeing a 50% surge of public urination in New York City in just 1 year. That's disgusting. Now, part of that could just be people are more inclined to call the authorities and rat somebody out for taking a piss on the wall, which, to be honest, as long as you're not tying up 911 for some jerkhold that's taking a squirt on the park bench, call the non-emergency or whatever. But that's disgusting. I got a bunch of people that live in New York. I've personally never been to New York, let alone New York City. So you tell me, does it stink more than normal in New York City right now, or are people just reporting it more, do you think? Because that's disgusting. I shared the story the other day about how I was doing a show in a parking lot and some guy just drops trout and pees on the wall of the Kohl's department store. People do it all the time. When I was a kid, I remember we were playing outside. It was when we lived in Inglewood for like a year. And a whole bunch of kids were running around. I'm probably like 7 years old. And I'm running around. We're playing tag and whatever. Who knows? And I remember going, gosh, I got to go pee. And somebody's like, just go pee in the bushes. It's fine. I'm like, oh, I'll get in trouble. No, come on, don't be a wuss. So I pee in the bushes. And then some minister was over at our house or something like that, or maybe he was in the neighborhood, grabs me and reprimands me and then takes me to my mom. You can't do that. That's disgusting. Those weren't even your bushes. So anyway, I got a fear of peeing outside. That's disgusting to me. But you go down in Denver, it doesn't matter what city you're in. Big cities like that, people are going to be peeing on the wall. I did the Colfax Marathon where it was a team run, and I had the last leg of the Colfax Marathon, and it had me going from basically, I want to say roughly the stadium, the Mile High Stadium, in through downtown Denver, and finishing at the Museum of Nature and Science. And there was a point, one, where I almost got ran over by a car. The bumper touched me. And two, just there was points and times where the smell was just so disgusting. One, just bathroom smell, and then two, just hot garbage. It was disgusting. So cities already have nasty smells, and now you got a bunch of people just pissing everywhere. Oh, so gross. When I covered the Super Bowl in Los Angeles a few years back. That was disgusting. That was the most disgusting city that I covered a Super Bowl in, was Los Angeles, because there was a few times walking around, one, just all the needles around on the ground. And keep in mind, Super Bowl week, they they ship out the unhoused or the homeless population. They ship them somewhere else, so the media, it's not as, you know you don't see it on the cameras and stuff like that. And they also do a big, massive scrub down of the cities, remove all that stuff. There was needles everywhere. There was one point in time where it was just like a fresh puddle of urine. There was one time, I think I was with Nate. We went off the path, like barely off the path, because we had to go to an electronics store to get a new piece of equipment for something. And there's like a big old pile of just loose feces from a human being that we're like, okay, jump over that. It was disgusting. LA was gross. Gross. So that's LA. And I haven't seen any data saying that they've gotten worse. I just want to know, if you live in New York City, how gross is that? Or is this just being the media where they're over exaggerating something and it's really not as bad as they say? Either way, I don't plan on going to New York City anytime. Anytime. Hey, real quick, put your junk in our trunk. Storms Bros Junk Removal. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com right now and sign up for a free quote, because if your home, garage, office, or yard is looking like a disaster zone, they get it. They understand. They can help clear up that mess and relieve all that stress. And it's spring cleaning, so you're probably already thinking about it, or maybe you've already done it and you got that pile just ready for somebody to pick it up. Whether it's couches, sofas, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, electronics, they can handle it all. Maybe a bunch of drywall. Maybe you did a big construction project. Maybe you're a construction crew. They can help you out too. Maybe you're a roofer. No problem. They got your back. Yard waste, warehouse clearance, all that stuff. They can do it all. You got to go and check out stormsbrothersjunk.com right now. Get that free quote. That's stormsbrothersjunk.com, or you can give them a call, 303-736-9404. Again, 303-736-9404. It's Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. Before we get into the mailbag, Amazon customers are just irate as their delivery drones are, as they say, slamming. They said the bot slam dunks your junk. Hey, we were just talking about junk. Says parcels are arriving in pieces with Amazon's artificial intelligence powered delivery drones. The automated mailmen are dropping off packages from 10 feet in the air, rendering the contents of each box susceptible to crashing and smashing. Yeah, that's a flaw. That's a flaw. I mean, even if you're dropping it from 5 feet, that could cause problems, and that's a data entry or a programming issue, right? You would think that somebody with intelligence would be like, this is something that can't be dropped from more than 2 feet because of weight, and its contents are fragile enough where it could cause damage. I've seen videos where they delicately land a pizza. Like Domino's has those delivery drones. Have the Domino's guys help out Amazon, because apparently they take care of their pizzas over at Domino's. They do. They do. It's like gently lay it down like a baby going to bed, right? And they kiss it. The drone kisses the pizza box on the lid, and then they just, put it down. Whereas Amazon's like, fuck, this ain't mine. Not my baby. And then they just drop it, damaging the shit out of all the stuff. I'd be furious. Have you ever got something, a package delivered, you open it up and it's busted? I have. It's annoying. And then you got to go through the whole ordeal of finding a place to return it. And then you got to go through the process of making a claim. It's just frustrating. It's a pain in the ass. They need to figure that stuff out. That shouldn't be a thing. 10 feet in the air. Now that could be exaggerated unless there's actual video footage of it doing that. But like I said, even 5 feet in the air, that's just way too high on a lot of things. Just settle it fucking down. I don't get that. That's just lazy development, okay? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump in the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
I don't know if this is the same Steve, but he added a little nickname to the front. Slippery Steve. Okay. Slippery Steve. I feel like you got wet hair all the time. Just like, hey, my name's Slippery Steve. Can I watch you shower? Slippery Steve says, tell me you're going to the Bigfoot Festival this weekend in Estes Park. I didn't know about this, Steve, until you told me about it. But I feel like that would be awesome. Scotty, I wonder if at night it turns into a furry convention. A furry convention. Okay. Yes, but instead of like dressing as a cat or a dog or something like that, it's a bunch of Bigfoots just banging the shit out of each other. Oh, sorry, Scotty. I was just dreaming out loud. A gentleman can do that, right? No, that's disgusting. Just disgusting. It would be funny, though. I wish I could go that. I wish I could go to that. The Bigfoot Festival seems like it would be fun. If you guys have ever been, let me know how it is. Or if you're going this weekend, please let me know. Take pictures. And then I looked that up after Steve sent it in to me. Then I realized Loveland, Colorado is having a For the Love of Pickles Fest this weekend too. That seems, I love a good pickle. That's not surprising there, Scotty. Connery, does everything have to be sexual to you? That's kind of a dumb question now, isn't that, Scotty? You know who else wants to go to the Pickle Fest? Who, Connery? Your mother. I'm just kidding. I'll give her my Pickle Fest. Okay. Stop. Yeah, that'd be fun. Although I could see you going to the Pickle Fest, and it's a bunch of people that, a bunch of picklers, people have their little booths set up, and like for one jar of pickles, it's $10 or more. I'm like, no. You know what we do, and it's not that bad? You get some pickles you like, the Clausen, high-end stuff, high-end pickles, right? And it's whatever flavor you like. You eat those, and then you cut up some cucumbers that you just bought from the store, and you put them in there. And you know what? After a couple days, not that bad. Not that bad. That's the poor man's pickler. Okay. Justin wrote in, what the hell was RFK Jr. studying a raccoon penis for? We talked about that the other day. And Justin, I don't know still. Because when we talked about it on the show, it was like, oh, he pulled over and he saw the dead raccoon and he's like, I got to study this. And he immediately goes and starts cutting off the penis. Why? I still wonder I posted like a video promo of me making fun of that. And I said, who else had a thing for roadkill was Jeffrey Dahmer. And some guy on TikTok's like, what's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say? Is he a serial killer? Is that what you're saying? Because that's pretty damaging if you say that. No, you said it, but you said it for me. It's just weird is what I'm saying. Somebody not in the right frame of mind is doing actions like that. they see roadkill of a raccoon, and their immediate thought is not only to just pull over, but they're like, I need to cut its dick off. That's just bizarre to me. There's one of the coaches on my daughter's team, Les. He's all, by the way, I tuned into your show. I was like, oh yeah, which one? I always say this when somebody's like, I just listened to your show for the first time. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I always do that. And he's like, I said, what one did you listen to? He's all, the one with RFK Jr. I was like, oh my God. And they were like, who does that? It's crazy. But see, that being said, if he didn't mention the penis part, I think I'd be more accepting of it because okay, there's some, if you're a veterinarian, and I'm kind of going down the same path as what we did the other day, but if you're a veterinarian and you're curious about how things work, and uh, especially when it comes to animals, you want to see how the organs are structured and laid out and stuff like that. I guess I can accept it. It's weird to me. I don't fully comprehend that, but like if that's your jam and you're really wanting to be a vet, I guess that makes sense. It's the cutting off of the dick that just is like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I think he's the same one that said he likes to eat raccoon. I know there's like a football player that likes that. There's certain parts of the United States where they're like, yeah, you hunt raccoon and it's not bad. It's just different as far as the eating of it go. If it's good and it's not going to kill you, I don't see what the big deal is. Guys, if we go into an apocalyptic time, you're going to be eating a lot of things. You think Fluffy over there is going to last very long in the apocalypse? No. Little Mittens out there clawing at, something and meowing and meow, bitching about having food. You're like, you know what? She looks mighty tasty. All right? I'm just saying. Raccoon penis might be, maybe it's a gum. I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. Justin, thank you for taking us down that bizarre path. Slippery Steve. I got to check your Twitter handle on that from the direct message. See if it's the same Steve that sent me stuff before. Because if you want to start adding little signatures when you direct message, I think that's funny. Slippery Steve. Cokehead Brad. Is that what we said? Crackhead Brad. Anyway, Crackhead Brad's headed to Sweden to get some salmon. Anyway, guys. I got some we are fully booked this weekend here at the DeHuff household. And in Denver sports, it's going to be very busy. We got Avs, Nuggets, Rockies. It's very busy. DeHuff household. I got a game tonight with my son's team. And then next day we got practice. And then the following day we got a double header, which I just found out that I'll be the head coach for my daughter's team on Saturday morning. That's going to be a little stressful, but I just need to go over the only things that worry me is keeping track of pitch count, and then two, making sure that, and it's all easy, but writing out the lineup, which isn't that big. I guess really the thing that I'm concerned about is making sure that I do the pitch count correctly, because I don't want to fuck anything up. It's a matter of actually doing it. And then once I actually do it, then I'm going to be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Look at all these coaches saying how big of a problem it is. You fucking liars. You're fucking liars. Just kidding. So that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. And like I said, we have a double header on Saturday. I'll coach my daughter's team in the morning. Then in the afternoon, my son has a game, and that should be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Baseball season, man. It's fun. I don't know how you parents with, like, say, 3 kids or even just kids in like maybe you have 2 kids and they're both in like multiple sports. Oh my gosh, it's insane. So you guys, kudos to you. I think we kind of have it easy as of right now. So some of you guys, it's wild, but it's fun. It's fun. It's great to see the kids develop. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow me on socials at DeHuff Podcast, especially on Facebook and YouTube. Trying to boost up YouTube as much as I can. I removed the video from Twitter as of right now because Twitter constantly has issues with playing the video. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try to direct people over to YouTube. YouTube never has issues with that. And then also I have the video stream on Facebook as well. But of course, you can always listen to the show anywhere, especially as we got road trips coming on. You can follow me on any platform wherever podcasts are available, and make sure you subscribe, enable the notifications. And if you are going on a road trip, I was talking to a trucker the other day that was listening, and you download it so that way when you're out of cell range or anything like that, you're not going to be disrupted. And it takes up such little space on your phone or your device that it's not that big of a deal. I got a couple truckers that listen, so it's cool. I like it. I like it. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful weekend. That's it for the news from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. If you're clearing things out this weekend, you want to give them a call or go to their website. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now or over the weekend, and they can help you out. Or you can call them 303-736-9404. Again, Storms Bros Junk Removal. And they'll give you a quote, set up a time for them to come out and remove all that junk from your office, your yard, or your work site. Either way, they'll help you out. And thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward.